Future Dad. One of the most popular animes of today. Being so popular that, in fact, if you type yandere, the first thing is gonna pop out is the girl from that anime, Yuno. It made such an impact on the anime community. It somehow made the survival genre more famous than ever. And is it good? No, it's bad. It's atrocious. The characters are kinda dumb. The main character is a little piece of shit who is half a brain cell. And third is that the whole writing itself is weird. Because in one episode, there's gonna be a whole lot of bullshit explosion. And on the other, everything's forgotten. It's like nothing happened on the last episode. Then you have some characters that go 180 and changes their whole personality. And it's bad. And the story is around Beta. He has zero bitches, zero friends, and his hobby is to type everything that happened into his phone, even when he goes around a rock. And the only person who talks with him is God. Hey Beta, my name is Yuki. Shut up, Beta. Do you want to become a god? Not really. Okay, here's the newest Samsung SCHW999 with powers that can see in the future. For free? For free? You die if the phone breaks. What? Nothing. Okay, bye. And after getting his brand new toy, he uses it at its full extent. And it's to cheat on exams and then evade bullies. Way to use an omnipotent tool for future side. But after this, he meets up with Yuno, soon to be crazy bitch, and runs the fuck away from her. But I think it's because he's fear of women. And him running away thinks the brilliant idea going into a construction site. And she gets to him, obviously, and she kisses him. Then she explains that her diary is linked with him. Damn, I finally got a bitch. Hell yeah. Second, why the hell is her diary connected to my life? But if a serial killer comes for me, I would listen to her plan. And after getting his first kill and making that guy eat his own ass, he goes to the god and he's like, I've come to tell you that this is a battle royale and the winner becomes god. I'll accept the first eat a dick. So go and attack him. Is what he said in short. Because this dude glazed Beta so much that he became the target of all the others. And in just one chilling day, he meets with not one, but two diary users. It's the ninth and the fourth, with 9 being a terrorist who loves bombs so much. Whoa, not that much. But after finding him, she gets, up close. She tries to intimidate that fucker. And she does not kill him. No. She does it the hard way. She blows up everything else except him. And he doesn't die. Yuno's there to save him. And comes the most cringiest line he ever said in the anime.
I'm not using her. I'm utilizing.
And that bitch is like, I will blow the entire school if you don't bring me Beta. Who is Beta? I don't know. Do you know? No. Can you tell us how he looks? The pussy with the pink hair chick. Okay, thanks. And while this epic thing's happening in the school, the chief dude, who is a cop, doesn't go to try and protect the kids. No, he just stands and watches the chaos unfolds. They got Beta. She's like, yeah, you were safe, but I think it's too sweet for you. And are you gonna die with him in this big explosion? But then comes the cop, shoots at her, but I guess his aim sucks ass, and he didn't see the fucking phone in her tits, by the way, but she's just asking for nothing. She's like, if you don't kill him and yourself, then I will blow the entire school. And after a word of epic moments, he tries to aim her, but hits a bullseye. And when she pulls smokes out of her own ass and runs over a motorcycle, what the fuck? Where did it come from? We see that she meets with another user and Beta finds Yuno's bone collection. And after this, something happens and God is like, damn, did this guy got pussy? Shit, he didn't. And after all that did happen, she scares him and he runs the fuck off. And after going home into his safe place, she just peeps and he's like, good night, don't let the bed bugs bite. And after a terrible night, they go on an adventure, a cult leader adventure, who is a diary user. And after a war of shit happens, they kill her and save Yuno from the questions of the cult leader. And that's it. Beta gets even deeper into his Stockholm syndrome. And after a good while, we see happy moments with his sexy mom and Yuno having a good time. But then the child comes and fucks some shit up. It tries to kill them because it's diary user, and how the fuck does a 5-year-old have enough money to pull a gas trap? Just asking. Where did the infinite money glitch come from? But while all that things happen and they defeat him, kill him, the knight comes and saves their asses. She even gives them antidote, which, yay, she's a new person. Wow, that's stupid. But then we see Beta not being friendless anymore. Damn, this is why this shit happened the other day. And after a war of exploding and almost dying by a bunch of dogs, he's saved by Nun and his soon-to-be gay lover. And they are stuck in observatory. And while being stuck in there, they are attacked by dogs. So he either has to do the stupidest thing and expose that he's a diary user, or shut the fuck up and does not do anything. But he chooses the first option. And he tells them that, oh yeah, my diary can tell us the future and I can help you. And after, helping them out, he's used as a hostage and play a game of coin toss, for the fucking diaries. But I guess the big titty chick, she is a good character. And his gay lover, he's just too smart for him. And after, escaping from those two bitches, I'm not just gonna say it, he is like, oh, wait a minute, they're my friends. And, maybe I should go and help them. And Yuna is like, okay, I will come with you. And then she tries to kill her because she tried to get her bitch stolen. And in that moment, Beta said the things, I'll be your bitch, stop it, you are my girlfriend, I know that. And she's like, okay, I will not gonna kill her for now. And after, things go sideways, we have to have some good moments. We have to have those sweet moments. We see that Yuno dug a hole and made everything in her fucking room disappear. And then she made herself forget everything, from even inviting Beta to her house. This is on a whole another level of fucked up things. And not only that, but after Beta and his lover go out, to go home, they're like, love, you're the only thing that can make her okay and make me hard. What? Nothing, love, bye. That's it. We jump into the police station where, let's just say, things go just your normal conversation to hell breaks loose. And with our main characters, escaping the chief, becoming fugitives, you have the entire Japanese force up your ass, and they still somehow got into the hospital where his son and wife are. But also, there's the crazy, not so crazy anymore bitch, who is there with, again, explosions in the entire vicinity of this building. And after our main characters win and getting his ass eaten, and after that, Beta, decide, we should go on a trip. We should chill the things out. And this trip goes from, okay, to what in the actual God? Because after this, we see the friends goes on trip. And that trip becomes an actual manhunt for Beta. And they eventually find him in an abandoned building with Yuno. And she's like, don't worry, honey. Those little pests will not bother us anymore after I almost killed them. But thanks to Paul Talmer and the power of friendship, I guess, he swapped some sense into that bitch, got some balls, and is like, don't ever come to me again. But I guess she doesn't take no for an answer. She's like, that little bitch think he can disobey me? Oh boy, when I find him. And after a lot, and I do mean a lot of stupid things happening, we see Beta truly being at its worst. With first, his parents are both dead, and one trying to, be a father for once, not going for the cigarettes. He got a body. And in this moment, we see how much Beta needs Yuno. And I'm telling you, this shows what kind of a bitch he really is. Because in the next episode, the only scene where he looks serious is an act from Yuno. What the fuck? All this was an act? With also teaming up with Kamado, the big lady, and her army of orphan kids. We see how they're trying to jump on the 11th, on the mayor. And after this, he betrays Kamado and kills every single one of her children. And after a chase scene happens, his lover comes out of nowhere and is like, my love, that woman there is not who she is. She is an imposter. She's sus. The body we found matches the exact same footprint and DNA of Yunugase. So if this bitch is Yunugase, then I'm Homer Simpson. If you believe me, come. And I guess this guy, Beta, has such a shitty brain that he goes with Yuno's plans. He goes with Yuno. He's trying to jump on the mayor, but the mayor pulls a middle finger on him and he's like, ha ha ha. You think I didn't think of that, dumbass? It's GG, easy fuckers. And after sacrificing the night and getting her redemption, things didn't change. They're the same fucking shit. But Yuno comes out of nowhere, opens that shitty door, and just stands there, watching him. And then cracks a headshot and ends that fucker. Now, after that, we see that the Kamado woman is alive and she's with the other guys. So they try to protect her and altogether stop Yuno. So after a war of talking and things happening, Yuno kills the 8 and Beta's friends. And we see our favorite main character, gay lover, comes with a diary this time and even more love for Beta. He makes Yuno jealous by kissing him like this hot kiss in the mouth. And, she kills him, but before he dies, he gives his final breath. He gives Beta one last final message as a middle finger to Yuno. Yuno and Beta are the only two people alive. And after a word of bonding and freak time, this dude spills the beans just like that. He's like, honey, my gay lover told me that you're from another timeline and a goddess is on that point, which sounds kind of holy shit. And after that shit, we see that she's in fact a god from another timeline. Oh, wait a minute. The Knight is alive and somehow, somewhere, have some kind of god powers from, I guess, Deus, because that motherfucker stabbed her. And after all that shit happens, and after Beta gets his ass saved by her, they go back in time into a third timeline where he becomes a man. I mean, he changes the face of everyone who was in that game. And after a heartwarming reunion with Yuno, he breaks her Cold Eyes heart, I guess. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna sacrifice myself so Yuki can become a god. And she did it. And I want to say, I cried like a bitch when this was happening. And I was like 9 years old by then. He becomes a god, basically. But he sucks at his job because he only looks at his fucking phone. And in the final episode, he reunites with Yuno and lives his happily ever after. It's not good, okay? It has its bad parts, it has a good part. When you watch it the first time, you think, oh, this is great, this is a masterpiece. But now when you have experience and understand things, you say, this is bad. The story is quite blunt and weird. The characters are stupid and probably blind. And third, you hate Yuki. You hate the Beta. Because this guy is carried by every single woman in there. I didn't think there's any way you could fuck a character that much. But then I saw him. Dude, he beat someone like Kazuya. But whatever. I think this anime is nice. I mean, this is a great show if you want to just shut off your brain and just watch it. I would say this is probably my favorite one because it's the first one I've cried about and the first horror romance anime I've seen. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video and this anime if you watch it. And if you want, you can go watch my two previous videos. One being of To Be Hero X, and the other is like top 10 anime, which I don't know because I'm pretty stupid. So thank you so much and have a nice day. Bye.